Hello, users, and welcome to another episodic in style. Asian. Now, if above it all, the show where I talk about how stupid our society is and how I am better than 99% of the human population. That is satire, by the way. I'm actually, in reality, if I'm not joking, I'm a comedian. If I'm not joking, I'm only better than 69.99% of the population. But with that out of the way, Colorado school calls police on a 12-year-old who showed a toy gun on Zoom. Yeah, this is going to be one of those cringe stories. A Colorado Springs school sent police to the home of a 12-year-old because he was seen playing with a toy gun during an online class. Danielle Elliott, whose son Isaiah pointed the toy gun at the computer screen and pulled the trigger during his virtual art class, said she received a call on August 27th from the school saying that a police officer was on the way to their home. I never thought you can't play with a Nerf gun in your own home because somebody may perceive it as a threat and call the police on you, Elliott said. The incident happened on the third day of distance learning at Grand Mountain School. Elliott said her son's art teacher emailed her, saying she had notified the vice principal that her son was distracted and playing with a gun. The teacher said she believed the gun was fake, and yet they called the cops anyway? Think about that, fuckers. The gun Isaiah showed was black and green with the words "Zombie Hunter" on the side. And there's an image here, as you can see. Imagine, like, ooh, Zombie Hunter. Oh no, right? Oh shit, we gotta call the cops. And of course, the police are just gonna hear the word gun and they're gonna get triggered and they're gonna like, oh my god, there's a black kid with a gun! Like, because the cops are stupid. And thankfully, it appears that nothing happened here, but that's not the point. Like, I covered a story of a white kid who had autism, and the cops were called to help the kid calm down, and the cops ended up shooting the kid multiple times. So this is a problem, and especially when you're trying to have your kids learn. Schools are a big issue right now, and the schools are going to call the police on your home because they're playing with a toy? Like, bitch, please. According to the Washington Post, Elliott responded to the teacher telling her it was a toy gun and that she would talk to her son about the incident when she got home from work. Isaiah, Elliott told Fox News, has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder and is easily distracted. Elliott said she did not know if the school realized her son's life could have been put in danger by their reaction. Yes, they knew, and that was part of the strategy. And if they didn't know, why are they in charge of children's safety? Why are they in school? Why are they in positions of power over children, both in and out of a regular learning year? Really makes you think. With the cultural events going on right now, especially for young African Americans, you calling the police and telling them they could have a gun, you put his life in jeopardy, she told the school. The school posted a comment on its Facebook page addressing the issue. We never have or ever will condone any form of racism or discrimination, the statement said. Safety will always be number one for our students and staff. We follow board policies and safety protocols consistently, whether we are in person or distance learning. Okay, sure. Completely ignoring what the charges are against you. Charges in, like, a sociological sense. Commenters blasted the school's response, most asking why the school was recording students in their homes without parents' knowledge or permission. Isn't that interesting? According to a police report obtained by television station KOAA, a school resource officer reviewed the recording made of the class. It showed Isaiah and another boy pointing the toy gun at the computer screen. Oh, the humanity. The Elliots have removed their son from the school, according to the Post, and placed him on a list for a spot in a charter school. And this is what's so bad about this situation, okay? Charter schools, private schooling, right, is a racket. It is a disgusting abuse of children to have a private school system, all right? And I can get more into private schools and charter schools in other videos, and maybe I should, right? But this idea of public schools being unsafe and not, properly funded, not properly training the staff, and then putting kids' lives in danger to the point where they're compelling them to go to charter schools, which is pushing the capitalistic urges. They're destroying public schooling in this country because not everyone can afford to put their kids in a charter school. So what if there was maybe a lower income family and that family had the cops called on them and they can't put their kid in a charter school? Well, guess what? Now that kid has to go to the rest of the school feeling uncomfortable. Now that kid has to go to the rest of that school year feeling like a target. And especially for someone with ADHD or maybe with other mental health issues, that can be a disgusting abuse of power. To call the police on a child who's playing with a toy in their own home. It's not like they're in school and they're in a classroom, right, where other people are in danger. It's in their own home. Are you kidding me? White people, they treat 911 like a customer service line. That's what they do. Hello? Oh, there's a black kid on the webcam who's playing with a toy. Please go deal with this. They're not properly listening to me. I'm just trying to teach them art. I just want to teach them art, please. The black kid is playing with a toy on Zoom. Why won't they listen? Really, bitch? Really, Karen? Shut the fuck up. Get a new job and get the fuck out of the industry or out of the position of being in charge of health and safety and education of children. You do not deserve to be an educator. If you are going to go around and call cops on a kid for having a toy gun pointed at the screen for 10 seconds in their own home, bitch, it's disgusting. But this is the country we live in. And thankfully this kid wasn't murdered or massacred or shot down. But maybe next time they will be. They being maybe the hypothetical other kid. And this is happening all across the country. Schools are not about education. They're not about teaching. They're about control. There's a lot of schools that are forcing kids to wear their uniforms at home. What? Forcing to buy a uniform to wear it in a Zoom call? Bitch, please. And yet, you see the schools that are opening in person in Georgia. Oh, we can't enforce a mask mandate. We can't force our kids to have masks on. We can force them to make sure that their skirt is the proper length. We can force them to not chew bubble gum because it's too distracting. We can force them to not look at their phone while they're in class. But wearing a mask? No. That's encroaching on liberty. Our freedom! Freedom, my asshole, you stupid son of a bitch. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you again soon.